What's up YouTube, this is Magnus, and in today's video we are on my alt account. I had this alt account for a while now, but just decided to try and level it up from E-rated driver to at least a A-rated driver. Originally this account was for when I got a wheel, I would be able to practice without ruining my driver rating on my main account, but obviously that has not happened. I was able to join a sort of racing league, and I just decided to, now's the time for me to just level up this account. This is pretty much just like a burner. When I do eventually get my wheel and my rig set up, I'll still be using this account, to find my pace. But until then, I kind of wanted to show you guys the progression of this account from E-rated drivers to at least a A-rated driver. This week we are at Brands Hatch for this week's daily race C on the racing medium compound. It is 13 laps. I am using the Porsche 911 RSR LMGTE, and I will say it is kind of weird to be racing against E drivers. Like, quite literally half the lobby quits these types of races. It was kind of weird for me not to have or not to gain any DR. I didn't know that the first 5 races you don't get DR because it's sort of like a probation period, I believe. I'm not really sure, but this account isn't really for like farming low level lobbies, even though that is quite fun. I am trying to level this account up, so I can practice daily races. I can practice with the wheel once I get it, and wasn't really meant as a smurf, even though that does sound fun. It's just not. Smurfing isn't what I care to do. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fun for either team, because like you're just beating up on lower level people. Even though from time to time it is fun to just kind of drive a track where if people miss their braking points, people will deliberately hit you. You can ghost right through them. You can see their mistakes and pretty much laugh at them. It is fun from time to time. I'm not gonna lie, but that's like 5 to 10% of the time. The rest of the time, I don't really care about lower level, like racing against lower level people, just for the fun of it. I'd rather race people my pace, because I feel like that it gives me a challenge. Yeah, so that's really all it is to it. I do plan to show most of my races. I do know that being in E/D rated lobbies isn't going to be a forever thing. I know ranking up to B rated driver level is relatively quick. So yeah, we will be getting to that next week in the next daily races. I believe daily race B is going to be a GT3 / Group 3 race, which is at Interlagos on racing medium tire compound. It's probably going to be a short sprint race, maybe like 5 or 6 laps, who knows. And yeah, that really is about it. I know that we just got a new update with the new race car, the Honda NSX GT500. I have driven it, and it's pretty nice. It is pretty nice. I actually really like how it drives. It's so it's so pointy. I feel like it's planted for about 90% of the time. And that 10% of the time, it just tends to slide. I think that's because it has less downforce. I'm interested to see how it's going to compare against the other 2 GT500 cars that we have, the Toyota Supra GT500 and the Pennzoil Nissan GTR GT500. So yeah, can't wait. I hope they actually put together a race with those 3 cars. Like, that I think that would be an epic win, because I do think that they all have different strengths and different weaknesses. So it'll be really interesting to pair them up together to see like who comes out on top overall. Even though the Toyota is like the newest of the bunch, being that it's a 2000 model, whereas the I think the Castro Toyota is like a 97 model, and the Nissan's like a 98 model. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, that's really all I have for you guys today. Here is my POV of one of my first races on this new account here at Brands Hatch Daily Race C with the Porsche 911 RSR LM GTE car. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the end.